Hello and welcome to another episode of our Soulful Sunday series. And yes, I'm back again. It's Sherilia from the Wellbeing Showcase. And today I'm going to talk to you about something a little bit different. There is a wonderful, wonderful way of getting in touch with yourself, of looking at who you are, where you are in the world, and that is writing. And as you all know, writing is one of my greatest passions. I love writing. And a lot of us can sort of feel who we are as individuals, can get in touch and reconnect with ourselves at a very core level when we are writing. Now, your writing doesn't have to go anywhere, it doesn't have to do anything. It can be just for you. Nobody else needs to see it, and that's great. And I would really, really recommend that. In fact, journaling is where I'm going with that, and it's perfect just for yourself, for your own reflections, and to get in touch with yourself. But sometimes from those writings, from those things that you see written in your own hand, a form of healing comes. And that healing brings with it a number of gifts. And you might want to share those gifts with the world. And everybody's got a story to tell. Everyone's got their own unique take on events and how things have happened for them. And especially at this time with COVID, with the pandemic, lockdowns easing, we're finding our feet with the new normal. There's still going to be a little time while we get things ready and come back to some sort of semblance of what we've had. Maybe we won't come back at all. We don't know. But in that space, there are things you can do for yourself. There are things you can do to help others. And writing is a brilliant way of doing that. So you can journal, or as some people like to do, they like to write and share blogs. And I'm going to very, very quickly run you through 6 steps that will help you write, whether it's your journal, whether it's your blogs, whatever it is. I'm going to talk about blogs for the sake of this chat. And also because surprisingly enough, I run a workshop on making blogging easy. So these are the kind of things that we look out for. But I just thought it would be really nice to share with you today so that you can try some of these things yourself. And of course, put in comments what's worked for you. If you have any questions, tag me. I will eventually get back to you. I don't always see everything on social media, but I will get there eventually. So let's look at 6 things you can do to help you when you're blogging. And so the first thing you want to do is to set a vision for your blogs. How will blogs or writing help you? What is that big vision? Where are we going with that? Once you're clear on what that vision is, we then look a little bit more as to what is the actual purpose of our blogs. So when you're writing, is it to educate? Is it raising your profile, showing off your expertise in an area? Maybe you're a therapist with outstanding qualifications, and like somebody like who does Alexander Technique goes through years and years, about 10 years of training before they deemed expert in what they're doing. And by that stage, they really have seen everything. So maybe your blogs are about that, showing your expertise. Maybe you've just recently qualified and are ace at whatever you're doing. Show that off. But maybe your blogs are also about raising awareness about a certain cause, or raising awareness about a health issue and getting people's attention and getting people knowing about that so that something can be done about that. Whatever it is you're writing your blog about, give it a purpose, because that way readers will resonate with that a whole lot more. Now, that takes me to the next stage, which is readers. Who are your blogs for? Who is your audience? Take some time to think about who's going to be reading this, because somebody, if you're looking to maybe raise awareness about a cause, putting it in front of people who have totally different expertise is not really going to get your blog noticed. So you do need to think about who your audience is, who your readers are. You need to do a little work around your ideal reader or your ideal client, or you know, whoever it is that's going to be reading that. Make sure that they are the right person for you, so that your blog gets to the right person at the right time. How do we know how to do this? Step 4 is all about research. What do the people reading want to know? Why is your take on things different? Are you, you know, are you somebody who's outstanding at what they're doing? Or are you somebody who's lived experience? People love lived experience. You don't even need to be a specialist guru, doctor with 20 PhDs to have experienced something and to be able to share that experience with others to learn and grow. You could be just like everyone else on this planet, going about doing your thing and have that story to share. But you're not going to know unless you go and do a little bit of research. What are other people reading the same stuff doing? Where are they hanging out? Who are they? What do they like? What are their interests? How can you adjust the angle of what you're writing to attract that? When a hook comes in, a little bit of research, and you can do a hook, and a hook does exactly that. It hooks the reader in and brings them along your journey. So you need to go and do a little bit of research around that, and that'll also help you outline your blog or your content and give you a whole wealth of things that you haven't thought about that you can share. And you'll have stuff in the bag that can maybe even help you write 10 or 20 blogs. Who knows? That it'll inspire creativity, and you'll have that knowledge researched and down packed. Research is key. Next thing is about planning your content, and I alluded to this slightly in the previous point with outlining what is needed. And here, planning your content, there's 2 ways of looking at this. One is the actual blog itself, as in outlining the content, what goes in there, what makes a good blog. Have you looked at the headline? Have you looked at your sub-headline? Have you looked at the structure and the format of that? Where is that content going? How are you writing it? That's a huge piece to think about, and a big part of your planning as well. It definitely needs a lot of thought because there's so much involved there. Then the other aspect is planning when that blog will actually be published. So what is the timing? Where are you going to publish it? Is it going to go on social media? Is it just going to be on your website? Are there any costs involved? You know, what do you need to think about that? You know, if you're going to be guest blogging, you know, do you need to take time off work to write that? There's going to be a cost involved. You know, and these are the things around that you need to think about in terms of your timing and your cost. And also the relevance. So is your blog relevant to your readers right now? Is it up to date? Is it giving them something that they need? Is it solving a problem? And there's a little bit of mixture in there, but you get where I'm going with this. And you can see how you need to both plan and outline your content as much as planning and outlining how the content is going to get to the readers as well. So have a little think about that. That'll set you off on a great big journey of learning, because when I did it, it was just wow. I was like, oh, I made a few mistakes, but you know what? Those mistakes were so great for learning, absolutely great for learning. The last step that we're looking at is, once you've planned your content, you've put it out there, you've done everything you've needed to do, is are you actually achieving the results you intended in the first place? So if we look at your vision and your purpose of your blog, are you meeting that? Is there a measure of success? Are people reading your blogs? Are you helping people? Are you doing what you need to do? It's okay if you're not, because when we start out on this writing journey, we make mistakes, we don't quite get it right. And that's all part of the learning. That's all part of that rich experience that helps you connect with who you are and helps you connect with your readers. So if you are making successes and you are getting where you want to be, fantastic. Celebrate those successes. Go on, share them with everyone. So just in summary, a little bit of what we've spoken about to help you on your writing and blogging journey is the 6 areas we've looked at is number 1, what is your vision for your blogs? Number 2, give your blogs a purpose. Make sure you know what your blogs are for. Number 3 is who are your blogs for? Who is your audience? Step 4 is do some research. Know exactly every aspect of your blog that's going on, every aspect of your readers. Step 5 is plan your content and the timing and delivery as much as your outline and your plan for the actual blog itself. Step 6 is, are you achieving your intended results? I would love to hear what's going on for you. Tell me your thoughts, tell me your comments, put them in, tag me. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And of course, if you're writing or journaling just for yourself, keep going, whichever way you're doing it. For other people to read, for yourself, it's so rewarding, and there's so many health benefits around writing and journaling. So please grab a pen and paper and get going with it. And if I can leave you with one pearl of wisdom, is just write. Don't censor yourself. Get all your thoughts and feelings onto paper. You can then go and plan at a later date. But just get everything out onto paper so you know what's there. Have a great day. It's been absolutely awesome talking with you, and look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.